Beautiful Minds Matter, or BMM, is a powerful, wonderful, and positive example of how police and community can work together to eradicate a horrific problem that's been plaguing our country for decades. Beautiful Minds Matter is a nonprofit organization that provides training to members of the law enforcement community all across America on how to handle encounters with mentally ill and disabled persons. The sole mission of the organization is to help save lives of literally hundreds of mentally ill and disabled persons who unfortunately die at the hands of police each year. Beautiful Minds Matter works with two of the country's most gifted psychiatrists. Dr. Sorora Bacchus, a triple board certified psychiatrist from Santa Monica, California, serves as president. Dr. Maria Petrovic from St. Mary's Medical Center in San Francisco serves as vice president. The national headquarters for BMM is located in Columbus, Ohio, with regional offices in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles. John Snook of the Virginia-based Treatment Advocacy Center has released a study which concludes that people with untreated mental illnesses are 16 times more likely to be killed by law enforcement. Also, in a 2016 study by the Rudderman Family Foundation, it was revealed that almost half of the people who die at the hands of police suffer from some kind of mental or physical disability. BMM was founded after these studies came out during the fatal fall of 2016 when 3 individuals lost their lives at the hands of police. Those shooting victims were Micah Deshae Jester of Austin, Texas, who suffered from extreme anxiety attacks, Deborah Danner of New York, who suffered from schizophrenia, and Francisco Cerna of Bakersfield, California, who suffered from dementia. The approach that BMM takes to attack this problem is very unique and comes from a quote by Ann Wojcicki, who is co-founder and CEO of 23andMe, an ancestry DNA testing company located in the Silicon Valley. Ms. Wojcicki once stated, "The reality is that the only way change comes is when you lead by example." BMM applies the wisdom of these words to the problem at hand by giving honor and recognition to police officers throughout the country who lead by example. These are America's men and women in blue who perform great acts of valor or courage, or who demonstrate extraordinary deeds of kindness and compassion in the execution of their public duties. First, Beautiful Minds Matter uses the internet and social media to disseminate stories and news reports of acts of valor, courage, kindness, and compassion demonstrated by law enforcement officers every day in America. You can see these reports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Cops with Compassion. Second, long before President Trump announced plans to use $30 million of public funds for a parade on Veterans Day to honor America's current and former service members, BMM has been making plans to raise $20 million for a national television show to honor America's police officers on the 4th of July. This television awards show will be historic in that it will be telecast from 2 different cities. The awards presentation will be held at the Kennedy Center in our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., while the entertainment for the program will emanate from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California. However, giving recognition to police officers who lead by example is not the primary function of the organization. BMM partners and collaborates with some of the most prominent psychiatrists in the country to produce online training videos that teach police officers how to handle an individual who is having a mental health crisis, breakdown, or episode. In addition, these videos contain tips and instructions from former U.S. combat, military, Navy SEAL, or special ops personnel on how to subdue or take down a mentally ill or disabled person who may have a weapon in ways that will not result in a loss of life for that individual. Finally, Beautiful Minds Matter is actively advocating that the law which forbids the execution of the criminally insane in our courtrooms be expanded to also prohibit the taking of lives of the mentally ill and disabled on the streets of America as well. The campaign is called Expand the Law, and its goal is to show the mentally ill and disabled in America the same compassion that we demonstrate to the criminally insane. Beautiful Minds Matter is helping to usher in a bright new day in America for police and community relations. You need to be a part of this exciting movement, which is history in the making. Please help us with this worthy cause by becoming a volunteer or donating today at beautifulmindsmatter.org.